Yo, what is up, guys? It's Pedro here. So the Washington Commanders just won their first playoff game in 19 years. Let me know if the audio is good. I don't think it was great last stream. I just started a new one. A huge win by the Washington Commanders. I don't even know what to say. The last time they won a playoff game, guys, I was like 2, 3 years old, whatever it was. Just absolutely crazy win by the Commanders. I know everyone wasn't even on the edge of their seat. Everyone was up, glued to the TV, a couple feet away, just waiting for that kick to go up, waiting for the team to get those extra yards on that last drive. And they did it, and it ended up working out, and the Commanders got a win, and they're playing playoff football still. They got a game against the Lions next Saturday, I believe. What's up, Woody? Appreciate you pulling up. What's up, Scrum Gaming? What's up, Terry McLaurin's Burner? Just an absolutely insane win by the Commanders, 23-20. And we just, we got JD5. JD5's back there. When he's back there, you don't have to worry. You know something's going to happen. You know that when the clock hits zero, your team's going to have the ball and your team's going to win. That's just what happens with Jayden Daniels. He knows how to win games for you, and that's what's happening with Jayden Daniels day in and day out. Some other guys that stepped up. I mean, Terry McLaurin, shout out to him, had like 80 yards or whatever. Let me pull up the stats. Dyami Brown. Let's talk about Dyami Brown, who had 5 catches on 5 targets for 89 yards. And then also had a touchdown and drew a PI all the way at the 1-yard line. I mean, let's talk about a game right there. What's up, Oscar? What's up, Key himself? JD5 gave us a 4-minute walkout. Dyami, he, got his way back on the team next year. He deserves an extension or at least another 1-year deal. Running back, we'll talk about that. The running backs were not good in this, or B-Rob wasn't good in this game. The offensive line also just wasn't very good in this game, but guess what? It don't matter. The Washington Commanders got the dub. We got 25 people in here. Hit that like button, that notification bell as well. Subscribe, do all that good stuff. It really does help out the channel a ton, but just, it's a surreal moment, man. A surreal moment for this team to not only be in the playoffs and win a playoff game, but you got JD5 back there. You got a franchise quarterback, and you feel confident every single time that he's back there that you're going to get a touchdown. You're going to get a touchdown, and that's what's happening here. 94 on the Bucs D line. Let's see. Was an O-line record. Yeah, he was an absolute beast. Let's look at some other stats. I'll do a quick recap for you. I recorded like 2 or 3 times. I don't know what's wrong with my phone. It's not uploading, but let's talk about this team or this game. So Jayden, 24-35, 268 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, QBR of 80, pass rating of 110. Was great in this game. Only play that I didn't like was him not throwing to Bates. I thought he should have thrown to Bates, but besides that, he had a really good game, and Jayden Daniels gets a game ball. And again, the clutch gene is there. That 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2 in the on the last drive, him, getting those yards, even though 94, I think it was 94 was there about to get him down. Like, that's huge. Like, I don't know how to even explain it. Like, that's next level stuff right there. For him to be able to get that is huge. 13 carries, 36 yards in this game, long of 8, but just had a bunch of nice carries in this game early on in the game. A bunch of 5, 6, 7 yards catches, runs. Payne, I don't think Payne ever came back, Scrim. I had that finger injury, didn't come back. Lattimore was not good. Larry Lynn says Lattimore is looking like Forbes. He was not good. The first half was awful by him. I think second half was a little bit better, and they were mixing stuff in there, double teaming, but he's not as advertised. Hopefully he steps up. I think he's playing a little bit hurt, to be honest, but again, no excuses there. You got to play better as a guy that we just traded a decent pick for. We're paying him a decent amount of money. You got to play better than that. B-Rob has to play better, 10 carries, 16 yards. I know the offensive line wasn't good. They weren't helping him out, but still, you got to play better than that. Marcus Mariota had a nice, tush-push type of play. Shout out to him. Jerry McNichols had one play for 1 yard. Next game, please activate Chris Rodriguez. He's better than Brian Robinson. I don't care what anyone says. That's my opinion. I think he's better. Let's see. Terry McLaurin, 89 yards on the day, 1 touchdown, 10 targets, was a huge stud in this game. And I loved when they showed the camera, the Bucs made the field goal, and he was just smiling on that sideline, happy to get the ball back, and knew that they were going to win that game. And you just love to see that. You love to see that. Eckler, 3 catches, 26 yards, had an 18-yard catch. That was a crazy throw by Jayden. Like, it just barely went by that defender. He made that catch and ran for 18 yards. Zach Ertz had a nice, couple catch, 2 catch, 23 yards, long of 14. B-Rob had some nice catches. Zacchaeus had 3 catches, 19 yards, and Bates had that 1 target. And I think JD5, if he could take that back, he would throw it right to him because he was open. John Bates was open, should have hit him earlier. Bobby Wagner recovered a fumble. He was good in this game. He had 8 tackles, half a sack, a QB hit, blew up Bucky Irving on a play. Jeremy Chin was good in this game. Lattimore's getting cooked. Luvu was good. He had that really nice play on Baker Mayfield to stop him short of the sticks. Johnny Newton had a nice tackle for loss. Armstrong had a half a sack. Payne had a nice play, but he got hurt on that play. Mike Sanders still, I thought, was pretty good in this game as well. Got 36 people in here. Please hit that like button. Let's try to get to 40 likes by the end of the stream, or 50 even. Let's see. The stiff arm for the conversion at the end was insane. Yeah, I mean, are you talking about the Jayden run? I think that's the one you're talking about. But yeah, Jayden Daniels, he gets an A in this game. Let's give out some game. Well, let's talk about some stuff. I mean, Zane Gonzalez at the end hitting the post. I know everyone's heart stopped when it was going towards the post, and you're like, oh my God, another Commanders type of play, and it hits the post and it goes in, and the rest is history. They win that game. Zane Gonzalez, I know he almost missed it. It doesn't matter though. He made it 3 for 3 on the day and had a huge 52-yard field goal. So you got to give him his props. Jameson Crowder, 17 yards, had a nice return. Luke McCaffrey had a 34-yard return. The special teams was good today. The coverage was also good. So shout out special teams. Shout out Izzo, a very good special teams performance. Key himself, really appreciate the $2 donation. He says, please start C-Rod over B-Fraud. Lattimore equals Emerson. And I agree wholeheartedly, at least with the first one, C-Rod over B-Fraud. I mean, Brian Robinson just did not have a good game. Key himself, I just saw that, or not Key himself, Scram Gaming, Payne broke his finger. He just said on Instagram. So I don't know what the deal with that is, if you can play through that. I know you can maybe wrap that up. I don't know, but yeah, I think C-Rod needs to get some carries, man. I really do think so. He cannot be inactive next week. B-Rob was not good. Really appreciate the donation, Key. This is like the 3rd time I've recorded because the other 2 times got corrupted on the phone, or it's just not uploading. I don't know why. Any other Commanders fans in Korea? I'm sure there are some, but I think we're all coming here together for this win. I know a bunch of people that, are in Virginia, obviously DC, Maryland, some people that are, across the country, some people that are in other countries on vacation or just from there watching the game. So there's Commanders fans everywhere. We're all here together. The season is not over. Rivy says, let's go, baby. Of course. Cub Productions, man, appreciate the $5 donation. Means a ton, man. Really appreciate it. And yeah, comment down below where y'all are. I mean, don't necessarily dox yourself, but where y'all are at. Rivy says VA Beach in that house, but man, appreciate that donation, Cub. Again, it helps the channel out a ton. But let's keep going with some of the recap. Again, Luke McCaffrey, good. Special teams was amazing today. Special teams gets an A+. Defense, they did their job. They forced a turnover, only allowed 20 points to a very good a very good offense. So shout out to the defense, Frankie Lou. I mean, this is a great group, guys. Like, it's a full I talked about this in my video that's never going to get uploaded, but it's crazy. There's just so many full circle moments. You go from your last playoff win was in Tampa against Tampa. You win your first playoff game since that one in Tampa against Tampa. Also, the first game of the season was against Tampa, and to see that from week 1 till now, and the change in that team is just really inspiring. And I just love to see that. I love to see that. Let's see. MVP chance was, yeah, that was great. I just don't like it when it's on offense and the team is the team's trying to call plays. But yeah, Scrum says Fairfax. I think we had some, let's see, LA's. Let's see. Yeah, Rio was going, I'm sure he was. Let's see, California repping. Hopefully everything's good there. I know people are struggling with the fires there, so hopefully y'all are good. Larry, same thing with you. Eli says Frederick, Maryland. But yeah, man, huge. We got 52 people in here. Hit that like button. Let's see. T-Ho, what's up? OG in the chat. What a game. Pedro's so happy. Yeah, for me, first playoff win that I've witnessed. I mean, 2005, I was in diapers, man. So to see this is absolutely crazy. Let's keep going on this. Lattimore was not good. I do not think he's healthy, guys. I don't think he's healthy. Just didn't look good there. Evans had 7 catch, 92 yards and a touchdown on 7 targets. Also drew a PI that was kind of questionable. I think the Commanders got unlucky on some calls today. It is what it is. Don't even need to talk about it. The Commanders got the dub. If they didn't get the dub, that would be a different story, but they got the dub. And that's really all that matters. Eli says, how about the late fourth quarter catch by Diami? I've never been a big fan of his. Honestly, yeah, huge shout out to Diami Brown. He, has made some, has been here for a few years now, never really balled out. And, this season even hasn't had a great year. It's not like he's had a bad year, but just hasn't made a lot of plays. But, this week stepped up 90 yards, a touchdown, caught every pass thrown his way, and drew a PI. That's big stuff there. That's big stuff. And if he can have another big game this week, I mean, even if he doesn't, you got to bring him back. I think you got to bring him back. Let's see. So I talked about this in my video that I recorded that, again, probably not going to go up. So unfortunate there. If y'all can hit that like button and get the algorithm up on this one, because I know I'm posting late. But thoughts on Lattimore covering St. Brown? I don't like that matchup. But, I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I think St. Brown's more of he obviously can play on the outside, but he's more of a slot guy. I wouldn't mind Sainer still shadowing him or stand on him most of the game. I think that would be a better play. Let's see. Jameson one, yeah, that is going to be – I'm scared for that. Honestly. There's going to be a lot of big plays there. Let's talk about some other stuff that happened in the game that I missed. Again, Eckler, 3.4 yards a carry. That isn't great, but he doubled Robinson's average, had a 12-yard run, and I thought it was better. The O-line was not good. Run blocking was awful. So Robinson, he wasn't good, but let's keep it real. The offensive line wasn't doing him any favors. Tyler Biadasz, I talked about it earlier in this week. I didn't think he was going to be fully healthy for this game, even if he played, and he did. So hopefully another week helps him out. But run game was awful, and it was really just Jayden who was doing the running. So let's hope the O-line gets healthier and does better. Brandon Coleman was awful in the first half. Absolutely awful. And he did better in the second half. I'm not going to lie, but yeah, it wasn't great. I personally rather play the Lions than the Eagles. The Lions don't have a great they don't have a great defense. So I think we'll be able to score on them a lot. It's just a matter of if we're going to be able to stop them, if we're going to be able to make any big plays on defense, any turnovers. If we can do that, we can win this game. We have JD5. We have a chance in every single game. So for me, I think, I don't know if I'm going to pick them to win, but I think they have a shot for sure to win. I picked them to win today's game by 3. I was off on the score. I said 30-27, but it is what it is. Yeah, their offensive is nasty, but their defense is not that good. Hutchinson out, a bunch of other guys out. So double wide receiver 1 and put Lattimore more on wide receiver 2. We're just going to have to see how Lattimore is health-wise. Let's see. Who wins? Rams versus Vikings? I don't know. I think we're better than both of those teams, though. Yeah. Abdullah, pull. Let me get you on here. Let me see. Let me pull up. Brendan, appreciate it, bro. Member for 20 months. Next week, win or lose, I'm satisfied. We went further than expected, and JD5, Scary Terry, DQ, and AP all need statues for what happened this year. I mean, I agree, man. What a just great win by the Commanders and great season. I mean, you can't ask for a better season than the Commanders got this year. You just can't. You cannot ask for a better season they had the Texans season from last year. They really did. So for them to do what they did, I mean, Adam Peters deserves a lot of credit. Of course, Jayden Daniels deserves a lot of credit. Dan Quinn. Let's not forget Josh Harris. And Abdul, I'm about to DM you the link so you can pull up on there. But let's not forget Josh Harris. Let's see. But appreciate that, Brendan. And I agree. I mean, the season was already a success. Even if they didn't make the playoffs, it was a success. But huge season by the Commanders. Is the Hail Mary your favorite moment? Honestly, I think this might be unpopular, but for me, my favorite play of the season was the throw to Terry against the Bengals. Because for me, that's when I knew Jayden was going to be good. He was the guy I wanted at 2, but for me, that's when he arrived. So that was my favorite play of the season. But there's so many, man. There's so many good plays from Jayden and this squad. Let's keep looking at some stats from the game. Again, Ertz had a good game. I'm trying to think, he should have had a touch, or not even a touchdown, but that was a bad no call by the officials there. Overall, the offense was pretty good in terms of allowing, penalties. They didn't do a bad job there. I'm going to add my guy Abdullah in here. Abdullah, you start talking because I got my mic in, so I'm not going to be able to hear. I'm going to unplug it and then I'll start talking. But go ahead. Give me your reaction to this Commanders win, and go ahead and check out my guy, Abdullah Ayubi, on YouTube, and then DMV Sports Zone as well.
Yo, guys, we freaking did it. Like, I want to scream so much right now, but unfortunately it is Monday. I have siblings, people work in the morning. I can't express how much out of all fan bases in the NFL, how much we deserve it. And what a fashion off the doink goes in. Zane Gonzalez, slicking his hair back with only 1 inch of hair. What a freaking game, bro. Jayden Daniels taking the time off the clock, not letting Baker Mayfield get the ball back, stepping up. Again, last time a rookie QB won on the road, Russell Wilson 2012 against the Redskins. Like, what other season could you have asked for this year, bro?
Sir. Can you hear me, by the
way? What'd you say?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, bet. So just like you said, first road win since whatever that was, 2012, Russell Wilson. I mean, the only road win by a team this playoffs, because I mean, if you think about it, we're the only road team to win.
Right.
Tomorrow. I mean, if the Vikings win, it's in a neutral zone, right? So I mean, it's not even, I wouldn't even count that as a road win. So for the Commanders to win that game today was huge. And it is what it is. Joe says, can we get a real kicker, please? I think they'll do that in the offseason. But honestly, I know people want to hate on him, but he made a 52-yard field goal. That is not easy to do. And then he made the other 2 field goals. That's a tough moment. He had this OCD touching his hair, whatever. Respect to him. Honestly, again, it was a close kick, but honestly, it made the moment better. Because I think we were all stressing a little bit. But what were your thoughts on Gonzalez? And obviously, it was a stressful moment, but.
Dude, no, definitely. What a Zane Gonzalez, bro. For me, I'm still an Austin Seibert fan, but what a job by Zane Gonzalez. That 52-yarder that he nailed straight down the middle coming in. It's not easy hitting a game winner. And there was so much pressure on that kick. 20 years, Pedro, we waited. 20 years. We were so young when they won in 05. I mean, what else could you ask for? Dan Quinn, I really think you can make that case for Coach of the Year. I don't know if it extends to the playoffs, but if we just look at the trajectory, this coming into the season, 6.5 wins was the line, winning 13 games. I mean, the fact that they're 1 game away from the NFC Championship, it's absurd of year 1. It only took 1 year. A year ago from today, Adam Peters was freaking hired. If you told us that a year ago, saying that we're gonna beat the Bucs in the wild card, you think you'd call me crazy. So it's just, dude, I actually can't put into words how long we've waited for this.
And it's crazy because and a bunch of people are putting their ages. I was 2 in 2005, says Noah. I was a senior in high school last time I won a playoff game. I mean, bro, I was in diapers, but it's crazy. Just, JD5, him back there, you feel good. You feel good about you feel good about what's going to happen on that drive. And no matter what, I mean, you don't know, but you feel it in your heart that the game's going to end with the ball in his hands or with 0 seconds on the clock like it did today. That play, I was talking about it earlier, but the play that he made on the 3rd and 1 to avoid whatever. Was it Cansey? I think it was Cansey.
Yeah, who had a great game.
Who had a great game, avoiding him and then getting those 6 extra yards that iced the game.
And staying in bounds, Pedro.
Staying in bounds too. I got 60 people in here. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe to me, subscribe to Abdullah. Look, there's just name there. Look that up on YouTube, Commanders. You'll find it, DMV Sports Zone as well on Insta. But yeah, let's see. He should be a top 5 over Knicks. I mean, yeah, Jayden's. I think Jayden's a top 5 quarterback at this point because for me, it's what you do in the regular season, but most importantly, what you do in the playoffs. And Herbert just isn't a playoff guy. He hasn't won a single playoff game, and for Jayden to do that in his first year with in my opinion, a worse team. I mean, I think you put Mahomes, Allen, Burrow, and Lamar over him for sure. After that, I don't think there's another quarterback better than Jayden Daniels. 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. The only play I was mad about was you got to throw that to John Bates. He was open.
Yeah,
I don't know what he was thinking, but it is what it is. Brian Robinson, I'm gonna make a video on that today or tomorrow. I don't know. One of these days, he's not good. I don't know
what happened.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I think the offensive line was not good. Like, let's keep it real. Like, let's not put all the blame on B-Rob because there was some carries that he's just getting hit right away. But Eckler was doing better. Eckler doubled the yards per carry. Also, I just don't understand why are you giving screens to Robinson when Eckler, just so much better yards after catch. I don't understand it. Eckler's way better than Robinson. I would put in Chris Rodriguez, at least keep him active. I don't know what they were thinking today, keeping him inactive because, okay, I understand if you want to give more carries to Robinson. I think you just got to feed the hot hand. So if Robinson's not doing good, put in C-Rod. But yeah, your thoughts on B-Rob real quick.
Yeah, dude. I think ever since that Eagles game when he had 2 fumbles, it just really hasn't been the same. And again, going into this game, I don't know why they benched or Chris Rodriguez was a healthy scratch because as of late, he was doing pretty good. So again, B-Rob, it sucks because it just looks like he waits too long to make a move and go upfield and just gets tackled as soon as possible. He doesn't have that burst, which we desperately need. But yeah, man, it sucks because he was having a good year. And at one point, I thought he could potentially make the Pro Bowl, but I just this fall off needs to be studied, and it sucks. I don't know about him not being cut. That sucks, but they definitely need to look at this running back room in this offseason.
Yeah, my bad. I was muted. But yeah, I think I agree. The running back room is not very good. You got Eckler for another year. I feel good about that as like a number 2 back, but I think you got to draft a guy, maybe sign a guy too. I'm trying to think what else. The fans were there. You couldn't really, it was hard to see them because of the colors, but I think, they were there. They were loud.
Kind of like the home game, Pedro. Legit, there was one time when the Bucs got a penalty called on them. It was a pretty huge penalty, and I heard screaming. I was like, whoa, crazy.
Exactly. And then when we were on defense, they were making a lot of noise. I would just say we got to chill on offense with the MVP chance and stuff because, the guys are trying to call a play in the huddle, and I mean, it's probably not affecting too much, but they're trying to call a play. It can't be too loud, but the effort is the intention's what matters there. But I would just say, gotta chill. I don't know if you saw yesterday the Ravens game. Lamar was just so mad at the fans for doing that. That was a home game, but crazy the amount of fans that were there today. If y'all went, shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all. I mean, it's a little far for us, but it's good that a lot of fans showed up. But yeah, there's running backs in the draft. We can, Cam Scatterbo, whoever. I would love Genty. I know we're not going to get him now, especially after winning a playoff game.
Bayshaw Tootin.
Shout out Virginia Tech. But we have options at the running back position, and we can go ahead, sign a vet that's all right. I don't know. B-Rob, he's a good guy. He doesn't have any off the field issues. He's a good teammate, but just, dude, he's not that good, to be honest. And is he I'm trying to think, what year did he get drafted? It was
2022.
Yeah. So 2022, 23. So he has one more year. I think you can keep him on the squad because obviously he's better than some scrub you're going to get, or maybe you can trade him for a 6th, 7th round pick. But I don't think you can have him as RB1 next year. I think what you could do is you get Eckler, maybe you bring back Chris Rodriguez, Robinson, and one more back. I like McNichols, but he's very similar to Eckler. I mean, bring him back for next year, but we'll see if he makes it. The turnover was lucky fate, G, but it's kind of like ball don't lie moment because that should have been a PI in the end zone against Ertz. Lattimore was getting cooked. I don't think he's healthy. I really don't think he's healthy. Like right from the beginning, when he was going up against Evans, like you just saw, like he was getting cooked. And I don't know. I don't think he's healthy. So next week, I would like Sanders still to guard St. Brown. I just don't know who's going to guard Jamison Williams. Like that guy's fast. And like, I mean, I don't know. I guess like St. Juiced. I mean, obviously you don't want him, but like he's not super. I mean, I don't know. I don't know who you're going to have on Jamison. You're going to have a safety over the top.
Laporta as well.
Laporta. I mean, honestly, I'm not tripping over Laporta. Like, I think Bobby or Luvu can do what they need to do against them. But yeah, it's going to be a tough game. But here's the thing: their defense is not amazing. So the Commanders' offense is going to be able to score, I believe, as long as they do what they need to do. So if they can do that, they have a chance. And there might be some fluke plays, but we have a chance.
Aiden Hutchinson's not coming back, right?
Yeah, he's not. I think maybe for the Super Bowl, but I mean, like we're winning next week, so no, I'm just kidding. I mean, maybe we'll see.
If we freaking win next week, I don't give a shiz if we're playing the Eagles in the NFC. We're going to the freaking Super Bowl, bro.
I know, bro. And I mean, I guess that the what's it called? The hopes of a home playoff game is gone now that the Packers lost. Which don't even get me started on that because the refs in that game. I mean, come on. The kickoff, like, what are we doing there? What are we doing? That was an obvious fumble that the Packers recovered, and it looked like a head-to-head helmet hit, whatever. The Packers also gave that game away. Love was awful. The McManus missed an easy field goal, which was like, bro, of course, like this guy, we move on from him because, the allegations, which whatever, that like, honestly, it was the right move. We bring in whatever we do. And then he plays outstanding the whole year. And then right when we need him to make a field goal, the guy misses against the Eagles. But it is what it is. It doesn't matter. We'll have to beat the Eagles probably. I think the Rams or the Vikings will probably lose to them. Let's see. The Packers that was a bad call.
It would have been sweet, Pedro, if the Packers had won.
I know if the Packers win, then we play the winner of the Vikings and the Rams game. I would feel good about that. But it is honestly, we won. I mean, the season was already a success like 8 weeks ago, to be honest. And the fact that they won a playoff game is absolutely crazy. Jeez,
one freaking year, bro. A lot too long ago, a guy in Washington said it takes 4 years to build a team. One freaking year.
And that guy's getting head coaching interviews for the Jets and the Bears. But yeah, I mean, going from Ron Rivera to Dan Quinn, it's just like Dan Quinn is everything that we wanted Ron Rivera to be when he got here, like a culture shifter, just everything we wanted Rivera to be. Dan Quinn has been and more. 12 wins in the regular season, 13 wins already, and still going. Team has a chance to make the NFC Championship. This team is doing really well, and honestly, the roster is it's not terrible, but it's not that good. And so the sky's the limit for this team in the next few years. I mean, you got a bunch of cap space. They got stuff to work with.
Jayden's in a rookie contract.
He's got 4 more years. I mean, I don't know. I think he's top 5. I'm sorry. I would take him over. I'm not even saying like in the future. I'm saying right now. I mean, who will you take besides Lamar, Burrow, Jackson? Or I said Lamar, Mahomes, and who did I miss?
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen. I mean, he's right there, I think, and that's in his rookie
Is
year.
It crazy, Pedro? He's had the best rookie year of all time, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think. I mean, he had a better year than RG3. I mean, yeah, I think best rookie year of all time.
Blows the water out of CJ Stroud's rookie year.
I mean, especially if you include this playoff win, and they're still going. Let's see if they can keep going for the Lions game. It's going to be in Detroit. Hopefully the Commanders are able to travel there, the fans. It's not too far. It's probably about the same distance from about the same distance from Florida to DC, from DC to Michigan, Detroit, Michigan. So it is what it is. This is going to be an interesting week. The game's on Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday 8 p.m.
Saturday 8 p.m. Fox with Brady and Kevin Burkhardt, whatever his name is, calling the game. I mean, again, they could get. Here's the thing. I don't want to go into the game saying like, oh, like just don't get blown out. Like we have a chance to win this game, so let's win this game. Let's also just not get embarrassed on national television. But if we do, even if we get blown out again, first, I mean, this is the first season in the rebuild, the rebuild, and you already have a playoff win. I mean, come on now. Let's see. Someone says we're gonna get Detroit. I believe I don't ever quit on this team. Need some corners. And also, the Lions just did have a week off. I don't know how that's going to affect them. They're a young-ish team. They're well coached, but I think there is potential with or winning this game just because, again, their defense isn't very good, and they make a lot of like crazy decisions, and they usually work out. But when you make a lot of crazy decisions like that, there's potential for disaster. And the Commanders got to get lucky a little bit with some plays like they did today against the Bucs on that fumble. But I don't know, man. I think this team with JD5 back there, I think they have a chance any day of the week. Got 62 people in here, guys. Hit that like button, subscribe to both of us. Leave a comment. I know a lot of people are commenting where they're from, what age they. I mean, don't dox yourself, but a lot of people were given a lot of cool info about like, oh, like, you know, I was in high school last time we won a playoff game. I mean, me and Abdullah weren't watching football last time they won a playoff game. So it's just beautiful to see all these Commanders fans coming together. I think there was a Commanders fan from Korea. He was like, are there any Commanders fans in here from Korea? So yeah, it's great to see. Any last words, Abdullah?
I'm telling you, Pedro, what makes this team so dangerous is that there are no expectations. None. Zero. And you go into a game in Detroit, indoor stadium, and they had a week off. You have Jayden Daniels. Anything can happen.
Exactly. Just got to play smart. Well, we'll talk about it later, but got to play smart football. I mean, honestly, the penalties weren't that bad today. I'm trying to think offensively. They had the ineligible man downfield by Wiley, which was obvious. And they had, I don't think, did they have a holding? I don't think they had a holding. They had a false start by Ertz. And then
no punts or turnovers, which is
no punts. Dan Quinn was going for it on fourth down. I don't think there was a single one where I didn't really like it. I think for most of it, it was a good decision. This team's very good on fourth down. So I think you might as well just go for it. But yeah, that's it for today's stream. Appreciate you coming on, Abdullah. Again, make sure y'all check him out. Abdullah Ayubi on YouTube. Just look up Abdullah Ayubi Commanders, and then also DMV Sports Zone on Insta. But yeah, Abdullah, hail to the Commanders, and peace.